everyone, it's Geeta.
It's Oscar.
And Eli.
And this is Guest with Geeta. Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Guest with Geeta. This one is actually a reshoot of one that we filmed like January 20th. It's with it's about our robotics program. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Zach Barnett. I'm really cool.
I'm Mr. Burkell. I'm the computer science teacher here at South.
So that's kind of my first question. What got you into the program?
So what got me into the program
and like sparked your
was,
interest?
Like in middle school, I took a field trip here or whatever. It was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I've always liked engineering. And I think that it's just really cool and building your robot and then fighting it, not fighting, but competing with it.
That's fun. What got you into it? What got you wanting to teach it?
So my first year here, as I was teaching programming and web design classes, I had a student come up to me who had previously been with West Salem's robotics team. He said, I want to bring robotics here to South. And so I told him, hey, you come up with getting the funds and the paperwork and everything, and I will be the person on paper. And he did exactly that. And so he got grants for a couple robots. We had like 12 students who all wanted to do it the next year, and the program has stayed with me ever since. And
That's
it's
cool.
really fun to do.
How has it been so you started it, or that is how that started? What are you thinking of for it in the future, or in 5 years, or next year, you know?
So as of this year, we finally got to teach a robotics class during the school day. And so the hope is that we'll be able to continue offering one robotics class every semester unless we happen to get enough robots to be able to offer two in the future. And just to continue to build out an opportunity for students to get interested in computer science through robotics, as well as to give students an opportunity to learn about engineering in a situation where we don't have any other engineering classes here at the school.
That's really interesting. This was another topic that we kind of touched on. What's the difference between the club and the class?
Good. So the class is focused predominantly on the programming and the autonomy of the robots, whereas the after-school club is about competing. And for the competitions, it's about engineering and driving the robot for the most part. There is some elements of autonomy, trying to get the robot to move around for 15 seconds to try and score as many points as it can. There's also a skills challenge that has 1 minute dedicated to trying to score as many points as you can with no other robots on the field. But for the most part, the after-school program is largely dedicated to the engineering and the driving of the robot.
That's cool. What does your robot do?
So my robot, well, the day we're filming this, it's destroyed, but
yeah.
It used to be able to, the main thing was it would grab onto the bar and lift itself up.
That's cool.
And basically use gravity or whatever to balance it out and stay on the bar, and that would get us a lot of points.
That's cool.
Yeah, every year the competition itself changes.
Okay.
And with this year's competition, the last 10, 15 seconds, you're supposed to try and get your robot to hang on a bar and lift itself up, which is really difficult to do.
Yeah, no, that sounds really intense.
And you get a bonus depending on whose robot is the highest.
I think my team was one of the first to
It was one of the
figure it
first
out.
in our district, in our region, that ended up getting itself to lift itself up regularly.
Successfully.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm pretty proud of it
Yeah.
myself.
So what's your favorite part in the class then?
I'm not in the class right
Okay,
now.
I mean yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the after-school program.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
In the after-school program, I just like going in and be working on my robot, listening to some music. It's kind of just chilling,
Yeah.
you know, kind of relaxing.
Do you like the community there? Just
Yeah,
with the other people?
it's very chill, and everyone just gets along really.
How many students would you say you have?
In the after-school program, we have a team of 4, team of 2 to 4, depending on the day, and a team of, started out as 2, but they've gained additional students. So we have about
Was that our
12,
team?
10 to 12 students who are semi-regularly
Yeah.
building robots.
I remember when I would come in, my team was very small. It was just like me and another guy. So I had to do most of the engineering and the building, and then he would do all the coding for the robot.
Yeah.
And that was nice.
Good teamwork. Mm-hmm. That's good.
And then towards the end of the year, we got this new guy, and he's pretty good with robotics.
Can I ask, is it mainly a male-dominated like program?
Depends on the year.
Okay.
I was actually really excited last semester because we had 10 female or non-binary or transgender students in the class out of about 26 students, and so that ratio was really high for a computer technology class. But this semester we went down to 1 female student. So
is it Sophia?
not this semester.
Okay.
Not in the class.
Shout out Sophia. I knew she's in the program.
Sophia
somehow.
Adair.
Yeah.
Yep. Sophia is fantastic and is kind of one of our leaders in the after-school robotics program, and she continues to help out in the class because she does advanced robotics during the time that I do regular robotics.
That's fun. That's cool. Everything sounds really interesting. Oh, my final question is, with competitions, like how does that work? Do you have like schools and like the district, like a sport basically, or like who's your biggest competitor, stuff like that?
West
Salem has one of the best robotics programs in the state. There's a couple others that are right up there with them, and sometimes even higher than them. But in terms of
we almost beat him one time. We're so close, but of course
Good.
the one thing that my robot's supposed to do, it didn't do
Did
it.
it not lift itself up?
No.
Or what? No.
And
one
I was a little upset that day.
Oh.
But in terms of like our local direct competition, we have North Salem and West Salem.
Okay.
And they're both fantastic schools. But the kind of cool thing about the robotics program is that when you go, it's not your team versus another team. It's actually 2 versus 2.
Okay.
And so you're randomly paired up with another robotics team, and you have to learn to cooperate to try and get more points than the other 2
Sometimes
that
that
you're
didn't work.
randomly paired
But
with.
they would also like place middle schoolers, and if you
Oh,
got
so
a middle
it's all
school,
grades?
it was just middle school, right?
It
Sometimes.
depends on
The day.
on the teams.
Okay.
It's predominantly high school, but they do have some middle school teams that instead of doing the middle school competition, they compete at the high
That's a
school
fun
level.
experience for them.
And some of them are incredibly impressive.
Yeah. And they'll be like your students.
I
in a
would
few
like them
years.
to be,
Yeah.
but not always, sadly.
Well, that's all I had for this interview, unless either of you had anything else to add.
I'll just try to join next year,
Come
guys.
join robotics.
Go join
Yeah.
robotics. And thank you guys so much for coming on. We'll see you guys in the next one, because did I say the date that we filmed this the first time was January 23rd? So we're finally filming this. Hopefully we have audio this time, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.